Hello and welcome. I'm Towardsy, and this is episode 4 of my wide guide for Cyberpunk 2077 with Phantom Liberty. In this episode, we'll spend our first attribute point, talk about skills and the difference between skill XP and character XP, and I'll play through Practice Makes Perfect, which is an optional tutorial in the game, and I'll demonstrate some reasons why you might want to skip it entirely. My advice for those who are just here for the opening summary is to take my word for it and just skip the tutorial. I'm going to play through it for you to watch, adding some info as we go and steering clear of some pitfalls. Once I'm done, you can make a more informed choice of whether or not you want to skip it or play it yourself.
Chick we're looking for is somewhere in this building. Probably crawling with the pendejos that kidnapped her. Eyes and ears open, all right? Speaking of which, got you a little something. Militech training shard. In case you need to brush up on your dance moves. Down for some target practice in VR?
Militech. Jack, we're talking classified military-grade tech here. How did you get it?
T-Bug. And our girl made a couple adjustments.
Why? Thinks she knows better?
Nah. Said it didn't suit her style. You'll see what I mean.
We're going to go ahead and do it so that we get to see a little bit more of T-Bug.
Sure. Why the hell not?
I like T-Bug, and we don't see enough of her in the game.
Let's begin with basic combat training. This session will be recorded for subsequent evaluation.
So right now inside this tutorial is actually the first time we've been able to save since we started talking to Jackie back at Lizzie's. Also, once you've entered this tutorial, you can't just exit it right now. You've got to do at least the first 2 segments before you're able to exit. And you can't exit from inside a segment.
This course is designed to reinforce your fundamental combat abilities and hone your reflexes. The skills you gain here will help you survive, even excel on the battlefield. I will train you to be effective with firearms, to use stealth tactics to your advantage, and to hack into enemy networks. Because at Militech...
Militech can't encrypt for shit. But they clearly got drill and jarheads in their blood. Now, Station 1, you maggot! Move, move, move! Hope you're ready to bust ass through this fascist playground.
Okay, this first piece is pretty easy.
Let's blast through a tactical target practice program. You know, a little warm-up.
Pick up pistol.
Yeah, I didn't think you'd find that too tough. What do you say we crank it up a notch? Not bad. But it's more realistic if the target's packing iron.
Pick up the SMG.
Quit standing around and take cover.
Right stick to crouch. If you get right up against the cover and hold down left trigger to aim down sights, you'll also automatically peek up over the cover.
You took a hit. Use a reanimator to patch yourself up.
Pick up the max stock. It gets auto-equipped on our up D-pad. Hit up D-pad to use it and heal ourselves up.
Head to the training area when you're good to go. Oh, look.
Crouch down.
You know what to do, V.
Even on very hard, this isn't very hard. just because of the setup. And you'll almost never encounter this clean, only 3 enemies, none of them really trying to rush you, perfect height cover.
Great work, V. Stand on the platform and we'll move on.
Those little things we're seeing in the left where it says we're getting XP, we don't get to keep any of this XP.
Hacking's the next item on the menu. Might notice I tweaked the course material a bit.
Hacking tutorial. This one's kind of hit or miss. It has some good parts. This first part in particular is kind of nice. I don't know of any situation in the game that it would be this easy to show off the different kinds of outline highlighting that the game uses. So we're going to hold down left bumper to scan. We see our guy with a red outline. We see a camera with a green outline. A gun with a blue outline. The laptop he's using had a gold outline until we scanned it. Now it's blue. This server over here has a gold outline that turns red. Red is danger. That little symbol there basically means that if you shoot this thing, it'll blow up. Devices that are green are ones that can be hacked. Interactive objects, things that you would have to walk up to and interact with, have a blue outline.
This training module will teach you how to apply technological tools to combat situations. Work a little hack magic on the screen to distract the guard.
So that screen behind that guy has a green outline. It can be hacked. We point our scanner at it. It gives us a one quick hack menu, which we'll almost never see in the game. There'll always be multiple quick hacks, or almost always. Also notice that the guy has a white outline. That's specific to the distract enemies quick hack. That white outline means that he's within range and is the one who will be distracted when we execute this. We press X to execute it.
Corpo trash. Style over substance.
And I'm going to wait for a moment and crouch down. This little square here that is gradually going down, that's the duration.
Good.
See, he's no longer distracted.
Almost.
We didn't do that quick enough, so it failed. So this time we're just going to go up and do the takedown on him quickly as we're intended to. But I wanted to show you that time will run out on that.
Style over substance.
So crouch down, go up behind this guy. Also going to demonstrate that once we grab him, we can move around a bit. Even turn. We're going to do a non-lethal takedown on him.
Never smart to leave behind any trace of your handiwork. Especially the dead kind. Now pick up the body and hide it somewhere.
So right now he is still alive as far as the game is concerned. He won't ever get up. If we were in the actual game and left the area and come back, he would just be gone. But that would happen if we killed him also. The reason that's worth noting is because if you're role-playing a non-lethal playthrough, then this next thing is going to be important to notice. So it's showing us some of the different types of containers we can stash bodies in, but there are others. So we're going to clear that little pop-up. This red symbol here indicates a container that we can stash bodies in, and the fact that it's red indicates that there's space for at least one body in it. This type of container will hold 2, but once you put 2 in it, that symbol will turn gray. So the other thing I wanted to call your attention to is it says dump lethal. That means if we dump him in there, it's going to kill him. I don't know that that makes any difference in the gameplay mechanics. However, if you're trying to do a non-lethal playthrough, you won't be able to hide any bodies in containers. You'll just have to move them around corners or in empty rooms.
Okay. Now, try to take him down in one slick move.
Now here it's showing us that we can do a takedown and hide the body in one click. And this guy's positioned so that all we got to do is just grab him and we're in position to do that. Note that if we move back, that goes away. So we could grab him back here and push forward if he were further away. And then single click to hide it.
Think you're ready to try hacking some gonks in real time? Have fun!
It is worth noting that enemies will eventually start struggling and break free, and the stronger they are, the quicker they can do that. So you can't just grab them and drag them around forever. So now we're pointing at a camera. We're going to execute the camera control quick hack. Click X.
Now, detonate the grenade.
And now we're looking out through the camera. It's worth noting that we can zoom in or out when we're looking through a camera. We can also scan through the camera. And in this case, we have a detonate grenade quick hack. In the actual game, especially on very hard, this will not do what we're about to see. It will detonate the grenade. It's just that it's very rare that that grenade will then actually kill the guy whose grenade it is, much less someone standing next to him. Press B to exit camera view. And now we're going to do what this considers to be a breach protocol tutorial. I'm not sure I can really use this to teach you anything useful about bridge protocol. This is just so constrained in so many ways. It's so different from the actual minigame that we're going to be playing when we do this in the real game. I'm just going to show you how to get through it. We'll learn to do these when we actually encounter them in the real world. Just click where it puts the little frame. Once we click the first one, this countdown timer starts, but it's going to take 15 minutes for it to run out. More than 15 minutes, actually. Click where this moves to, and then click where it moves to, and do that a fourth time, and you're done. You need to click A to clear these little pop-ups. And then click on Exit Interface to end this silliness.
See? Just needed to shut your brain down and follow orders, in true Militech fashion. Under my wise command, you're a real champ. Take your spot on the podium. Not too shabby. Militech's algorithms put you on a decent run. Got additional modules if you want to hone any other skills. Before you finish up, Delta out now. But remember, the street's not gonna give you any hints or second chances. Need a handwritten invite?
And we have now completed the 2 mandatory segments of the tutorial. We'll quick save here. Just open the main menu and press Y. We can't quit a module once started, but we can load that quick save to get out of it. And use the exit door that's now available if we're done. The stealth one's not hard. It's a quick and simple opportunity to practice tagging, and a good opportunity for me to show you how tagging works.
Right. So first, let's shape up those stealth skills.
Scan, point at a person, click your right stick. They get these 2 little things next to the chevron above their head. And now that they're tagged, we can move and we'll be able to see them through walls, buildings, cover, whatever. So we're going to tag all 4 of these. And now we can see all 4 of them through the floor. Then we're going to go around here. This is the game kind of playing a little bit of a joke on us. Tells us to enter the training area, wanting us to go up to that spinning star. We're not going to get anywhere near there. We start moving this direction and almost immediately it pauses. When you enter an enemy's line of sight, the alert indicator will begin to fill. Find cover to avoid detection. We're just going to press A and move to the left. We don't even need to crouch. Just move back to the left.
Find cover, quick. Nice, nice. Now, move slowly towards the exit. Stay out of sight.
We're going to crouch down.
Stealthy now, V. You ever relive a ninja BD? Just like that.
When we move across this gap, he's going to start to see us again. We just need to keep moving, and we'll break line of sight before we're fully detected. And then it'll gradually empty back out and then go away, and now it's been reset. When we do that again, there's several of them that are going to start to see us. We'll be able to move right behind this guy because he's not going to move for a little bit. But if we stay right behind him too long, he'll then turn and move and make this segment harder to complete. He's already moved. Since we need to go up those stairs and that's now right in front of him, we're going to wait till he moves back. I guess that's a nice little demo. Shows you patrol routes. I assume he's going to move back. That's going to be really weird if he doesn't. He's taken forever. He moved that way. Okay, cool. That's even better. Then we just go up the stairs. They start to see us, but we get there before we're fully detected.
Nova, well done. On to the next area. Now the same thing, only with the camera.
And hold down the left bumper. We're going to tag the camera, which makes the lines showing where it's pointing much easier to see. We're going to come over here, crouch down, watch the camera panning back and forth. It's over towards us now.
Sightseeing?
Wait till it goes back the other direction. And then we just go down here. Notice it doesn't even start to see us. Now it's going back the other way. And we're done.
Nice work today. Just stand on the platform to exit the sim. All right, some advanced combat techniques for dessert. Then we wrap this party up.
That was easy. It didn't teach us a whole lot about stealth, though. This is the one where it starts to get interesting. And the beginning of it is easy. And then it just kind of gets crazy. Note that this is one of those segments that can be harder if you're on very hard.
Time to get down and dirty in close quarter combat.
The skill or lack thereof that you see me demonstrate here is the result of having played this tutorial 15 or 20 times in the last week in different trial runs and making notes about what I wanted to discuss. Jump down. First thing we got to do is hit this guy with quick attacks. We do that by tapping the right trigger. He's going to be moving away from us for the most part. Run up on him. 1, 2, 3. Done. So to do a combo, we just do 2 fast attacks very quickly. Now it wants us to do a strong attack. To do that, we hold down right trigger, let it charge up, and then release it. Hold it down. Boom. Attacking continuously drains stamina. Fast attacks and strong attacks have different stamina costs. Combo attacks deal more damage with each successive hit, but at the cost of more stamina. Your current stamina is displayed as a yellow bar at the top of your HUD. If your stamina reaches critical levels or runs out, your damage output and attack speed will decrease. He's now in a blocking stance. Again, we just want to hit him with 3 fast attacks.
Let's bump things up from easy to normal. This next fool can block your attacks.
Fast attacks will not damage a blocking enemy. Only strong attacks can break their blocking stance. Break the enemy's blocking stance with a strong attack. That was strange. It just marked that as done and moved on. Okay, I'm not going to complain. We're not going to be doing any hand-to-hand melee combat for quite a while, and by the time we do, we're going to have gorilla arms and cyberware that auto-heals us and so much survivability. This is barely applicable to our game. I'm just going through it again so we get to hear a little more of T-Bug and so that people can see why I suggest you don't. To take a blocking stance ourselves, we just hold down left trigger. And he's going to hit us 3 times.
Dull bit coming up now. Blocking blows instead of dealing.
When you're hit while blocking, the attack will consume part of your stamina. If your stamina drops to 0, your blocking stance will break. Your enemy's strong attacks can break your blocking stance the same way your strong attacks can break theirs. It wants us to hold down left trigger and let him hit us twice so we can see what that looks like. 1. Come on, hit us. 2. To counter an incoming attack, press left trigger to block just before getting hit to deflect the attack and automatically deal the enemy a counter blow. This is kind of useful to be able to point this out. When we were doing blocking stance, we were holding down left trigger. To do a counterattack, you do not hold it, you just tap it. So you want to tap it as he starts to swing. We need to do that twice to complete this task.
Now this fool loses his footing every time he swings. Use that. Get in there and land a counterpunch.
There we go. Got it first. I'll heal up. And we got it again. Now it's also worth noting that we still have the healing ability and healing item that we picked up earlier. Right now. That will not continue to be true. To dodge, we choose the direction by moving the left stick and tap B. Dodges tend to work better if you dodge away from the side that they're swinging from.
Fool. I like that. V, want to see this fool punch in air next. Don't let him land anything.
Now, use all the techniques you've learned so far to defeat the enemy. Easiest way I've found to do this is to try and do counterattacks. And if you get him staggered with a counterattack, then rush in with a few fast attacks. I may not get this on the first try.
You've done well in mastering the way of the fool, younger princess. I can teach you no more. This is the part where you face your final test.
Yep, got him. We're going to heal.
Let's move on to melee weapons. Grab a sword.
Last time I was doing this, I did not have the ability to heal during this fight. I wonder if that was a glitch, or if my heal is going to go away as soon as I pick up this katana.
Back to your training, recruit.
No, it didn't. So here we just jump in and it's defeat the enemy. The problem is, on very hard, this guy can take us down in like 2 to 3 hits. So I'm going to try to do the counterattack thing, but I am not relying on it working. Ooh, it did.
No worries. Try again.
And no, I died. Now I don't have the ability to heal. It's like, oh, you died? Now let's try it again without the ability to heal. This is just ridiculous. The other thing that has sometimes worked here is just rushing this guy and trying to combo him to death. And then run away to get your stamina back.
Now show me what you've learned.
I managed to kill him. I'm so surprised that only took 2 tries. Usually it takes me 3 or 4 failures to kill that guy. Now this one we're going to have 3 enemies. One of them has a sword and has that same kind of ability to like 2 or 3 shot us. So we're going to do him first. He's going to come from the right. I'm going to do a overheat on him to help bring him down. And then going to do a reboot optics to keep him from attacking us back. And then we're going to run in one of these rooms. I'm going to do an overheat on this guy. Move while I reload. We only got 1 guy left. I'm going to go ahead and heal. We can reboot optics on him and finish taking him down.
Good stuff. Looks like you're cruising already. Hop on the platform.
Again, it's just not a very realistic simulation of the kind of combat you do in the actual game. Certainly not the kind that we're going to be doing in this walkthrough.
V, you're not a gaunt-brained Militech recruit. Get moving.
But we're done.
Good luck, V.
We're going to turn around and head to the exit.
So, not bad, huh? Now we can get down to biz.
Will Kako give you any tips and tricks for the job?
I'm not your mother. Just do what I pay you for. It's easy work. Yeah.
Let's go ahead and get out of the car. About to get a pop-up.
Elevator. This way.
Equipping combat gadgets. Assign a grenade to the combat gadget quick slot in your inventory so you can make easy use of it during combat. So we're going to open our menu. If we go to inventory, here's that grenade combat gadget quick slot. Click on it. Right now we have frag grenades, EMP grenades, and flashbangs. We're going to leave it on frag grenade. We're not going to be using any grenades for quite a while anyway. But we're in here largely so that I can show you a couple of other things. On this inventory page, we can go down here to stats. We wave our cursor over these. This will give us our damage per second, our armor and mitigation strength, our health, stamina, and stamina regen rate, and our oxygen carrying capacity, movement speed, visibility to enemies, RAM, which is about to be relevant, and RAM recovery rate in combat. We also see that despite all of those things in the tutorial that said we were getting XP, we didn't. Not XP we keep. We are at 0 of 1,000 that we need to level up from level 1 to 2. and the same with street cred. Note that as we earn street cred, we will get discounts that eventually will go up and up a bit more and even more. Close out of here and close out of here. Go over to our character sheet. Now note that the XP we were just looking at there, that was character XP. That's what levels our character level up. We also have skills, of which there are 5, and each one of those has its own skill XP that we earn by doing certain things. If you wave over these, there's a detailed list. I'm not going to read all of the list because many of the things aren't things we're going to be doing for a while. You can just wave over these and see all the different things that will earn you each of these types of XP. We're going to be doing a fair amount of takedowns in the next mission that will be earning us Headhunter XP. We're also going to be doing a fair amount of quick hacking objects that will earn us Netrunner XP. For each of these skills, there are 2 different recurring skill-related bonuses. For Headhunter, the first one is decreased visibility to enemies by 10%. We get that at skill level 5, and then again at skill level 25. The second one is plus 10% headshot damage and damage against vulnerabilities. We get that at level 10 and at level 30. And each skill has a similar 2 things. For Netrunner, we get RAM recovery rate and increased RAM. And then the same thing at 25 and 30. Shinobi gives us movement speed and reduced stamina cost. Solo gives us carrying capacity and health. Engineer gives us armor and cyberware capacity, which we will talk more about later. For every skill, at level 15, we get a perk point. At level 35, we get another perk point. 5 skills, 2 perk points each. 10 of our perk points we get by leveling up skills. From 40 on, each skill just has a series of unique bonuses that are specific to that skill. Come in here and just wave around, look at them if you want to know about them well in advance. None of those are recurring, and you don't have the same kind of pattern that you do up to 35. So that's about all there is to say about skills. We are now going to go back out here to the character page. We're going to wave over intelligence and notice that intelligence affects smart weapons. There are intelligence checks for the access points that we hack. Some of them don't have any, but most of them will be encountering in the early game require an intelligence of 4. We'll, before too long, start encountering ones that require an intelligence of 5. But for each of these skills, if we click on it with the A button, we will see the perk tree. Notice that with all our skills at 3, none of those perks are unlocked. This line with the lock on it is at the very bottom of the screen. And even if we had perk points, which we don't yet, we wouldn't be able to spend them. We can put our cursor over here, over this little thing, and hold A to spend one of our banked attribute points to take this up to 4. We're going to do that. Now this first row of perks is unlocked. For now, the reason we did that is because every 4 points in intelligence gives us +1 RAM. If we go back out here, there's a different way to get to the stats page. We hover over character and it pops down right below characters. If we go here and go to other, you see that our RAM is now 6, not 5 like it was before. That will make a difference in the next mission because we're going to be doing a quick hack that costs 3 RAM in order to raise our net running skill. With 6 RAM, we can do that twice before we have to wait for our RAM to regen. So that'll speed things up a little bit in that next mission, and that's why we went ahead and spent an attribute point. We'll be learning a lot more about the different skills and attribute points and perks as we go. In the next episode, we'll complete the rescue, where we finally begin earning both skill and character XP, and have our first small taste of combat, albeit basically just doing sneaking and takedowns. I'm Twardsy. Thanks for watching.